Hello, everybody. My name is Benjamin Bloom. Good morning to you. We are right into it today, early doors with a managerial departure. And we have to be careful with the wording of this. That is pretty much confirmed, but will be happening today, I guess this morning at some point. Paul Cook has quit as Wigan boss just when you thought it couldn't get any worse if you are a Wigan fan. Well, it just has. The administration. And now we talked about prized assets on the pitch. Now a prized asset off the pitch, already out of the club. We'll have a little look at Paul Cook and his job he's done at Wigan, what it means for them, and what it might mean for a couple of the open positions already in the Championship. Let us start by just going back and having a look at how this broke last night. Look at that, updated at 5 past midnight. There you go. Paul Cook will leave Wigan on Wednesday after resigning from his role as manager following the club going into administration. We got the first news of this on Twitter early in the evening, but late on it was sort of confirmed. The backdrop here, look at that, 9th of July. Paul Cook on the worst, toughest week of my career after Wigan plunged into administration after he really guided them away from the bottom of the table into quite spectacular form and up into the sort of mid-reaches of the table. Let's just have a look at where Paul Cook has come from. A couple of jobs before he lands at Chesterfield and things start to go particularly well for his career. I think Sligo and Accrington as well. But in he goes at Chesterfield. He goes in the previous season to what I've got up there, and I think he finishes 8th. But the 2 full seasons there, very, very successful. Champions in League Two in 13-14. A playoff defeat in 14-15 to Preston. Maybe you'd say a bigger club there, beating Chesterfield there quite handily in the playoffs, but a 6th place finish having got them up. And he takes a step back down to go to Pompey there in 15-16, back down to League Two to arguably, well, some people would still say a sleeping giant in Pompey. 15-16, straight into the playoffs, defeat there, and then 16-17. He wins League Two again. So 2 promotions in lower divisions now. Upwardly mobile. He's not afraid to get out of a job to further his career, whatever you think about that. What's right for the career, what's right for the club, always a debate. But off he goes to Wigan Athletic, having got that promotion from Pompey. A compensation package agreed with League Two champions Portsmouth. Cook had a year left on his deal. Portsmouth offered a lucrative new contract, but the former Wigan player opted for the relegated Championship club. Do we give him a pass on the fact that he's a former Wigan player? Probably, but he does it again. 17-18. Look at that, 98 points. First place in League One. Brilliant stuff in his first season at Wigan, and famously there on the TV, drawing vast attention to his managerial work with a win over Pep Guardiola's Manchester City there in February of 2018. Will Grigg with the goal on the TV, on BBC. Big argument with Pep Guardiola in the tunnel as well, and everybody knows who Paul Cook is now. So promoted from League One up into the Championship, and survival in the first season in 18th spot. Muchly predicated there. That's the home table there. You can see Wigan up in 10th, and look at their run-in as well there. 12 points in 6th to kind of comfortably see them over the line. As I know all too well, being an Ipswich fan, they get away from Ipswich, Rotherham and Bolton at the bottom of that table to stay up. Comes into this season, and some really good signings this summer. Look, he's given some money, as you can see, but really improves the team well. You want to see the money that's spent go directly into players that improve the team. Look at the ages of Jamal Lowe, Kiefer Moore, Anthony Robinson, all become key players in this Wigan team, all increasing their value. Just hope for Wigan's sake that the fact that they're in administration means that they'll get the right money for those players if they are sold. Not the best start, but as the team starts to click, just sensational form from New Year's Day onwards, really. I mean, look at that splurge of 3 wins in 5. And then from February, their huge unbeaten record, including spanning either side of lockdown, 6 wins in 7. Just not the form of a kind of relegation team, pushing into mid-table, the team looking really good. You have this balance of Nathan Byrne on one fullback, Anthony Robinson on the other. You've got Morsey and Williams as the double pivot, looking really good in central midfield. People like Jacobs or Naismith one side, Jamal Lowe, who went back to Portsmouth to get with Kiefer Moore, the forward, and then Kieran Dowell comes in on loan. Just a really decent side that ended this season. And very, very bad news when, seemingly out of nowhere, July the 1st there, Wigan go into administration. They've changed ownership, switched over. And yeah, the new owners just plunged them into administration with no indication they were going to do that. And that puts us here with this announcement today, Paul Cook resigning. Now, the big elephant in the room here is there are jobs available. Lee Johnson was sacked there on the 4th of July as Bristol City head coach, and Pep Clotet, just 4 days apart there, left Birmingham, having announced he was going to go at the end of the season. That never plays well, does it? If I'm Paul Cook now, and I am proven here, 3 promotions here, 1 with Chesterfield, 1 with Pompey, and 1 with Wigan. Now, I'll make this comparison. Don't get cross if you're a Sheffield United fan, but something very much of the Chris Wilders about the lower league calibre. I'm not giving him the tactical innovation that Chris Wilder had, but certainly the sort of tenured manager who over 6 seasons now has a very high win percentage in whatever level he's been, with multiple promotions. Definitely something of that. We often say it's hard for English managers to, get themselves known, and he's certainly done that in the lower divisions. I've seen a couple of snipey comments saying Paul Cook does what's right for Paul Cook. So the 2 questions I would ask is, do you blame him? He's done a good job wherever he's been. He has moved on to then further his career. And given the ownership now at Wigan and what they've done to the club by dropping them into administration, which has essentially relegated them with the 12-point deduction, leaving them second bottom at the end of this championship season. Do you blame him there? And the other question I would ask is, if you're a Bristol City fan or a Birmingham fan, do you want him? He looks like a very capable championship level manager. He seems to know the market, and with 3 promotions and 2 playoff defeats in there, he's been very successful. The only seasons he wasn't either promoted or losing in the playoffs have been the last 2 in the championship, and that was a case of getting up, surviving, and he really has built well this season at Wigan. So I think there's a very capable manager there. And what I would say, no offence to Birmingham fans, but with the trillion ownership there and maybe the Jude Bellingham money available, I'd be looking at Bristol City if I was Paul Cook as a very good job. But Bristol City fans, do you want him? That is my quick analysis. Obviously, the resignation hasn't gone through or been announced yet. We think it's been handed in, and he's going to be announced today, presumably by the administrators, as they have kind of power of attorney at Wigan. So that is my view. Paul Cook quits as Wigan boss. The 2 questions I want you to get involved in the comments: do you blame him? And if you're a fan of either Bristol City or Birmingham, do you now want him at your club? Get involved in the comments. You can support the channel via Super Chat. After the fact, I'll put the live chat up there as a premiere, and you can get involved there by hitting the dollar button. You can subscribe to me on Patreon. If that is not your thing, you can still help out with this channel by hitting the thumbs up button, getting debating in the comments, or as you're watching this video, you can hit the subscribe button. Look over there, we're over 10,000 subscribers. It's going brilliantly well, so please hit that subscribe button. But moreover, get your comments in on the news that Paul Cook will today have his resignation announced at Wigan. Thank you for watching. Get involved in the debate. Over and out.